For the first 9 months of our lives, there's this one, single, elegant structure that does literally everything. It's our lifeline, our first ever connection. It's the umbilical cord. And when you really look closely at it, you realize it's just an absolute marvel of biological engineering. So let's do that. Let's take a closer look.
I mean, we've all seen one, right? But what's actually going on inside this incredible connection? What's the secret sauce that makes it all work so perfectly? Well, you might be surprised to find out that the core idea behind it is beautifully simple.
To really get how the umbilical cord works, all you have to do is remember one simple number. In fact, it's one of the first things doctors and midwives check for because it tells them so much about what's happening inside the womb.
And that magic number is 3. It's as simple as that. This rule of 3 is basically the fundamental design principle for this entire complex life support system.
So what does this rule of 3 actually mean? Well, inside a healthy umbilical cord, you're going to find this neat little bundle of 3 blood vessels. You've got 1 large umbilical vein and 2 smaller umbilical arteries. It sounds pretty straightforward, but as we're about to see, each one has a very distinct and absolutely vital job to do.
Okay, so how do these 3 vessels all work together? The best way to picture it is like a super sophisticated two-way superhighway. There's this constant flow of traffic, bringing in all the essential supplies and, just as importantly, taking out all the trash.
All right, take a look at this breakdown. That one big umbilical vein you see, that's the express lane in. It's carrying all the good stuff. We're talking oxygen, nutrient-rich blood, from the placenta straight to the fetus. Then you've got the 2 umbilical arteries. Think of these as the exit ramps. They're taking all the deoxygenated blood and metabolic waste away from the fetus and back to the placenta to be disposed of. It's such a brilliant system. 1 delivery truck coming in, 2 garbage trucks going out.
But wait a minute. With all this critical traffic moving back and forth, how does the cord not get all tangled up or squashed? I mean, how are these delicate vessels kept safe in there? Well, nature, as usual, has a very clever solution for that.
It's this stuff called Wharton's jelly. And honestly, this is just a brilliant piece of natural design. It's this unique kind of gelatinous goo that surrounds those 3 vessels, and it acts like a natural shock absorber. It cushions them, insulates them, and it stops the cord from kinking or knotting up, which makes sure that that lifeline stays wide open.
Now, this rule of 3 is the standard, but as we all know, biology is just full of little variations. So let's talk about the most common exception, one that in a whole lot of cases is perfectly normal.
So this begs the question, right? What happens if an ultrasound shows only 2 vessels instead of the usual 3? This is what's known as a single umbilical artery, and it's actually the most common variation you'll see. So instead of 2 arteries and 1 vein, there's just 1 of each. Now, sometimes this can be a flag for doctors to take a closer look for other issues, but, and this is the key takeaway here, it is very often found in perfectly healthy pregnancies. That 2-vessel cord can still get the job done just fine. So when you just step back and look at the whole picture, the umbilical cord is just so much more than a simple tube. It's this incredibly elegant, simple structure that's orchestrating a wildly complex process, a constant, perfect symphony of everything needed to build a whole human being from just a handful of cells.
When you really think about it, the umbilical cord is truly a masterpiece of biological engineering. For 9 months, it's our silent, selfless partner, just working perfectly without a single conscious thought from us. It's our very first connection to life, and really a quiet reminder of the incredible journey of human development.